If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how
I've been making them as long as I've been married. I got married in '46, so I've been making.
That's a good thing because I was born in '47.
'47, yes, and I made them before that, but my family liked them and the kids all liked them as they were growing up, so I just continued to make them. It's a Bohemian dish. Mother always made them, and we loved them. And Grandma Verity in Worthington, we would go there. It was always kanadles and cabbage and homemade chicken noodle soup. That was her specialties. And I guess it just kind of grew on us. They came across from Czechoslovakia when they were young, and they brought she knew how to make them over there. Grandma and Grandpa Virt settled down in Iowa. They came from Czechoslovakia, and they are the ones that knew how to make these. They taught my mom how to make them, and then she taught me, and now I'm trying to teach my kids, and they're doing good.
Grandkids.
And the grandkids all want to learn how to make them because they love them. And my nieces and nephews and anybody that likes kanadles, this is for them. What I used to usually do was take chicken and put it in the oven in a roaster. In fact, Lloyd still does his that way. Then you take the chicken out and then you throw the kanadles in after you've cut them up. And he shoves the pan back in the oven. That was the way Grandma Virt used to do it. That's the way my mother used to do it. But I started putting them in a pan or in something and adding the cream of chicken soup and the butter. That was my idea. But the kanadles and stuff, that came over from Czechoslovakia. The main thing, if you had kanadles, the main thing was chicken. You have chicken with it. Usually those old-timers shoved a couple of chickens in the oven and baked them. And then they had that broth in the pan. They take the chicken out and throw the kanadles right in, shove it back in the oven to heat them. But I don't do mine that way. I do mine with cream of chicken soup and butter. If somebody's there that doesn't like the kanadles and cabbage, then we fix something else to go with it. Otherwise, if I have all people that like it, it's kanadles and cabbage and chicken.
really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh.
Okay, we're making kanadles. How many pounds of potatoes?
5.
5 pounds of potatoes. Okay, what kind of potatoes?
Any kind works.
Red or russet?
Either one.
So 5 pounds of potatoes.
5 pounds of potatoes, yeah.
Peel them.
Now we're just cutting the potatoes up so we can put them in the blender. They're going to be blended and then put back in this bowl to mix. Right now I'm just getting the potatoes a size that's going to blend good. I usually have Lloyd help me, and then he has to cut up my potatoes, and when the kanadles are done he has to cut up the kanadles. So if you got somebody like Lloyd around, you can. These are going in the blender with the raw potatoes.
2 per batch.
Yes, 2 per batch.
Big kettle, half full. Right.
To boil the canals in.
To boil the canadles in. Half full or 2/3?
Half full.
Half full.
Eggs in the blender. I'm gonna put these potatoes in the blender and get them so I can put them in the bowl and mix up the canals. Potatoes. Looks like it's gonna be about 3 batches. Well, okay. Does that look like it's done? Looks like it. Let's go according to looks. See, here's where I have my problem. I ain't got the strength to. There's my flour. And you take a big spoon and you put about 3 tablespoons of flour in the bottom. Then you dump the raw potatoes in on top of that. What you got blended.
Well, my mom's birthday is 9/20.
Black. They start getting discolored if you.
Yeah, well, my sister's here and he's been gone. And I just called her and my sister heard it and I think I did ask where it was at.
And they turn black. And I don't want those black potatoes in the canals. So when I get the potatoes out, I rinse that stuff off. Then take the spoon and add some more flour on top. About 2 more shovels full.
Here it says NPP.
Then start stirring it. Did you see it? Stir it until you can get in it with your hands, which I'll be doing pretty quick here now. It's mixed together. Probably a little too much flour in it already. Okay, and then take little wads and make little canals. Lay them on the plate. And when you get this done, you're going to drop them in the water, in boiling water, to boil them. And it takes about 20 minutes, depending on the size of your canal. I like to make kind of a medium size. Don't make them too big, because it takes too long to get them done. They don't cook the inside then. I got a little too much flour in here. I'll just take off the... If that happens, you can just leave it in the bottom and use it for the next batch. Because we're going to have about 3 batches the way it looks. 2 eggs per batch is what I put in. And that seems to be about right. Okay, now these are ready to put. I'm going to just leave the rest in here and add some more flour to it because it's too much flour in there to take care of it. So I'm just going to add some more flour and put another batch on top of it. I'm dropping the kanadles in the water to boil them. And it'll take possibly 20 minutes for a batch, but you can add more kanadles, mix another batch and put another batch in the same water as long as you got plenty of room in there to stir them. Okay, that takes care of that.
Because last time you had too much
What?
flour.
Yeah. Cut back on the flour because I did have a little too much last time. I just gotta go according to... Because I think we can add these in on that same water to boil yet. And then do the rest of them in another water. Anybody that's a Bohemian that really thinks it's worth it. I gotta move the bowl around. Mix it in a big enough bowl so you can handle the stuff. They're done when they float. Those can't be done yet.
So far, actually, anything.
Float in the water, they're getting done, but you gotta have enough so that you can handle this stuff. I just kind of make them in whatever size I pinch off. You just grab a chunk of wad out of the deal and make they are kind of big. After they're cooked, take them out of the water and put them out of a pan to cool. And then they're ready to be sliced. Yeah, something that's got a rim. I use sheets of stuff. Okay, I gotta wash my hands now. We put 2 batches in that kettle. We're boiling 2 batches at once. If you don't make batches that are too big, you can put 2 batches in one. Just add them to the water, and there's plenty of water in that kettle for 2 batches. And then when they float, it takes about 20 minutes, and when they float, that's the ones that are getting done. Then just pick them out, and I put them on a cookie sheet or a cake pan of some kind with a rim, with a ridge on it. And just let them cool and slice them. I put them in ice cream pails or big bowls.